Thank you very much for your time. If you're new here, kindly do well to subscribe to my channel and like our videos, comment, and then you share to your friends to also do so. So today we are going to talk about KNUST Bursary application form. Now we are going to talk about the form. You can check in my previous video we went through the requirement and then the eligibility criteria. So today we would be talking more about the application process, what to fill and what to do. Yes, so I hope you can see my screen. So the part one is talking about applicant information. So they are requesting for the first one is saying username, surname rather. So your surname is your father's name. First name is always your English name. And then we have other names. That's if you have a local name that you are using attached to your names. Hope you get it right. So it comes date of birth. So date of birth, I mean you know your date of birth, so that's fine. You come to your gender, your student ID number, that's your reference number. You come to your index number. So that is it. You come to your program of study, so you write your program of study, so the level of study you are, so it's supposed to be first, second year, third year. For those reading 4 years program, it means final year students are not eligible to apply. But for those reading 6-year programs, they can apply if they are in their 5th year. So you write your college, you come to your residential address where you stay when school is in session. So right now we are in school, where do you stay? So we write it here. School students, our school telecell or students telecell. So the same KNUST I've given you that we call is Vodafone, and then it's now updated to be the telecell. You provide it here. You can provide any other telephone number you have and take note that it should be working. And then we have email address. So you provide your email address, duration of program. So if you are reading a 4-year program, you write it here, a 6-year program, and so on. So here they're talking about your current CW. So you know the KNUST Bursary, your CW should be 67 and above. Otherwise, you're not qualified for this scholarship or bursary. Your religious group. So if you're a Christian, Muslim, and other stuff, you state there. Yeah, they're talking about your church. That's if you say you're a Christian. So which church are you? So Pentecost, that's Spencer, Methodist, and other stuff. So you indicate. Now we come to your town. So which town do you stay? So the town would be your hometown. You write your town or village or city of residence. Any of them you can write it there. District or region of residence. So you write it there. Indicate the mode through. So here they are talking about how you got admission. Some students got admission through the less endowed mode of admission. Some people parallel, some people fee paying, some people regular, and some people others. The others, that's where we talk about protocol. Yes, I hope you get it. Yes, so for the less endowed students, you stand a chance of getting some of these particular scholarships because you didn't apply, but because of the good grades you had, you were able to get admission because of the good grades and the senior high school you attended. I hope you get it. Yes, so you have the chance, but then you have to explain to their understanding. I hope you get it. Yes, through your proof of need and other things. I think you get it. I hope you get it. Then they are saying, have you applied for the 2024 SRC KBN? So the KBN, SRC KBN, have you applied for it? It's on to you that you have to reply that if yes. So yes or no. They're asking you, so yes or no you take. If you have benefited from any other scholarship or benefit, please take. Please, this one is they're asking you if you have been, should I say, benefited from any other scholarship in your life. That is if for the past years, yes. You write it there. The source, you write the name, the dates, you write the dates you had it, and the amount that was given to you. So now we have the name of the senior high school attended. So you state the name. You come and you state the program of study, the period of attendance. How long have you stayed in the school? So it's only 3 years in senior high school. So I expect, or they expect you to state a particular year. Let's assume 2018 to 2021, 2019 to 2022, 20 to 2023. It depends on how you want it. So who is paying for your education and upkeep to this level? So who is currently taking care of you? Write the name of the person over there. So here we've gotten to the parent information. So father, you check the box if if the father is dead, you have to check this box. Your father's name, other names of your father, marital status, is he married or separated now? Residential address, so where does he stay, number of children that he has, phone number, type of occupation or work, what he does, is he unemployed, take if he's not unemployed. The same thing applies to your mom. If your mom is not there, is dead, you take here his name, other names, marital status, residential address, number of children, phone number, type of occupation and unemployment, so we take what applies to you. So here you are supposed to declare that you are the one filling the information or the form, and you admit that every information that you've given is correct. I don't know whether you get it. Like every information you've given it to them is correct. So that is it. So you write your name, your signature, and the date. Then this is the place for you. They are saying please provide details of a referee or he or she must be a senior member of the university. So senior members of the university are the lecturers, and then those having high positions in the school, they are the senior members of the university. So one person, the name, the position, the address, and the date, and then the person will sign and stamp on it. So you are being reminded that before you even apply or you submit your form, there's a link that is here that you need to click on it to fill some information online before submitting this one. Yes, so that they will have a track of your application. But if you don't want to use the link, you can use your phone to scan this particular code so that you can still have access to the application form. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for your time. Do also subscribe if you have not. Like my videos, comment, and more importantly, share to your friends to do the same. Thank you very much and have a good day.